Have you ever wondered what your dog is really telling you when it curls up tight on your bed at night? Maybe you've watched that soft ball of fur breathing gently, paws tucked under, nose resting close to its tail, and you couldn't help but smile. You might think you know your furry friend inside and out. You feed them, you walk them, you know when they're happy or scared, but when they're fast asleep, a whole hidden story unfolds that most owners never notice. Every little twist, stretch, or tight curl has a secret meaning. It's not just about staying warm or being cute, though they are adorable, aren't they? Sometimes that tucked-in pose says, "I trust you completely." Other times it quietly whispers, "I need a little more comfort tonight." Just like us, dogs have moods, worries, and even dreams that peek through in the way they sleep. So tonight, when you see your dog drift off, don't just see a nap, see a message. What if you could read that message, understand what your dog really needs, or even catch a tiny glimpse into its heart? Let's find out together. When you think about your dog's day, what comes to mind first? Maybe that wagging tail waiting at the door when you come home. Maybe the playful bark for a treat, or the gentle nudge asking for just one more belly rub before bed. But have you ever stopped to think about what happens when that wagging tail goes still, those eyes close, and your best friend drifts off into the world of dreams? Most people don't realize that sleep is far more than just rest for dogs. Just like humans, dogs have light sleep, deep sleep, and even dream sleep, called REM sleep. According to recent research, dogs who don't get enough deep, restful sleep, less than 6 hours at night, are more likely to show signs of stress, anxiety, and even behavioral changes during the day. That's not just something I'm saying. Scientists like Morris and his team found clear links between poor sleep and nervous behavior in dogs. Think about that for a moment. When your dog is stretched out like a pancake on the floor or curled tight like a little snowball, it's not just being cute. It's showing you how safe it feels, how warm it wants to be, or even how ready it is to leap up and guard your home if needed. Some positions help it drift into deep, healing sleep. Other positions are its way of staying half awake, just in case. So many people assume a dog's nap is the simplest thing in the world. Food, walk, nap, done. But for your dog, sleep is a window into trust, comfort, and even health. And once you learn how to read it, you'll find you understand your loyal friend even better than before. So next time you catch your pup dozing off, don't rush to wake it with a hug or pick it up just because it looks cute. Instead, watch a little closer, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly what every twist, flop, or curl really means. Picture your dog stretched out on its side, legs long and belly open to the world. This is the pancake. Some people just call it the side sleeper. It might look so ordinary that you never gave it a second thought. But here's something special about this pose. It's the true sign of trust. When a dog flops down like this, it's telling you it feels completely safe in its home. No need to guard its belly, no fear that someone might sneak up and surprise it. Its most vulnerable parts are left wide open because it knows you're there to watch over it. That's why you'll often see older dogs or deeply bonded family pets snoozing this way, especially in warm weather. And here's a curious fact. Dogs in this position are more likely to drift into that deep, dream-filled sleep called REM. You might see a leg twitch, a paw paddle through the air, maybe even hear a tiny muffled bark as your dog chases a dream squirrel through some imaginary yard. It's the ultimate sign that your pup is resting well and recharging. Scientists and vets agree. Dogs who can lie like this are more likely to get high-quality sleep. Remember that study I mentioned? When dogs miss out on deep sleep, they get cranky, just like us. So if you spot your furry friend sprawled out like a pancake, don't disturb that peace. Let those dreams roll on. And if you've ever felt tempted to poke, pick up, or shift your dog because it looks so soft and huggable, pause. This is its moment to reset and feel safe. Sometimes, the best love is just letting it lie. Now let's move from flat and open to tight and tucked. The snowball position is one of the sweetest sights a dog owner can catch. It's exactly what it sounds like. Your dog curls its spine, tucks its paws, brings its nose close to its tail, and turns itself into a warm, fluffy circle. This pose goes back to your dog's wild ancestors. Wolves would curl up this way in dens to stay warm and protect their vital organs while they slept. Even now, your domesticated friend carries that instinct. So when you see a snowball on your couch or at the foot of your bed, you're seeing ancient survival wisdom wrapped in soft fur. But warmth isn't the only story here. Sometimes, a dog curls tight because it wants to feel safe. It might be a new environment, a loud noise outside, or just a restless mood. It's like pulling a blanket over yourself when you're not quite sure what the night might bring. Many owners feel an overwhelming urge to scoop up this tiny bundle and hold it close. But here's a gentle tip. Not all dogs want that in the moment. Plenty of people in our Brightside community have shared that they try to hug their dog when it's curled tight, only to get a gentle growl or see their pup slip away to find another quiet corner. It's not rejection, it's instinct. So next time, instead of wrapping your arms around that snowball, try laying a soft blanket nearby or giving a calm scratch behind the ears. You're saying, you're safe, without waking them up. And isn't that what they really want? Warmth, safety, and the freedom to drift into dreams without fear. So what's the difference between the snowball and the curled up ball? They're cousins, really. Some owners use the same name for both, but the curled up ball is often tighter, with paws tucked close and sometimes even hidden under the belly. Think of it like the human fetal position. We curl up like this when we want comfort, when we're cold, or when we need to feel protected from the world outside. Dogs do it for all the same reasons. Maybe there's a chilly draft in the room. Maybe there's a storm rumbling in the distance. Or maybe your dog just loves the feeling of being small and safe. Vets even say some dogs curl tighter as they age, when their joints feel stiff, or their old bones crave extra warmth. So if your senior pup curls up more often than it used to, it's not always a sign of worry. It's just looking for the coziest nook. But here's the twist. If you see your dog curled tight every night, it might be worth asking if the house is too cold or if the bed is too hard. A soft blanket, a warmer corner, or a memory foam bed can do wonders. And if your dog curls up next to you, pressed to your leg, well, that's one of the biggest compliments you can get. It's saying, "You're my warm spot. You're my safe place." Have you ever looked down at your pup sprawled out on the floor, front legs reaching forward, back legs kicked out straight behind, like it's flying through the living room? That's the famous Superman pose, sometimes called the sploot by dog lovers everywhere. It might make you laugh, but this pose is all about readiness. You see, dogs, especially puppies, love this position because it lets them leap back into action the second they sense something fun or interesting. A door creaks, a toy squeaks, you open the fridge, up they go, legs tucked in, mission ready. It's a playful pose that says, "I'm tired, but if you need me, I'm up in a heartbeat." Some breeds, like corgis and labs, seem born for this pose, their hips flexible, their energy endless. But even older dogs will sometimes drop down Superman style on a warm day, belly pressed to the cool floor, trying to beat the heat after a romp in the yard. And while it looks funny, it's a reminder that your dog's body is telling you something. I need to cool off, I need to rest, but I'm still watching you. So if you see those little paws stretched far ahead, smile, and maybe hold off on calling your dog back to play for just a minute longer. Now let's flip things over. If you've ever seen your dog roll onto its back, legs relaxed and belly fully exposed to the ceiling, you're witnessing one of the clearest signs of trust any animal can give. It's a little like when a person lets down their guard and sinks deep into a soft bed without a worry in the world. For dogs, the belly is the most vulnerable spot. Wild animals guard it fiercely, but your pet? When it flips over, paws bent or dangling, it's shouting to the world, "I feel safe here. I trust you with everything." Older dogs who love to nap belly up are telling you they're at ease with the people, the smells, the sounds of home. And here's something interesting. When dogs overheat, they sometimes sleep belly up, using those less furry tummy spots to let heat escape. So if your pooch does this on a warm summer night, it might be asking for a fan or a cooler spot on the floor. Many owners find this pose irresistible. Who can say no to rubbing that soft belly? But remember, not every dog loves a belly rub in this moment. Some just want to sprawl and snooze. If yours looks up at you with sleepy eyes, tail wagging gently, go ahead and give a gentle scratch. If it shifts away or rolls back over, that's just its way of saying, thanks, but not right now. Next up, a pose that never fails to get a laugh, the dead cockroach. It's like the belly up position, but with an extra twist, literally. Legs poke up at odd angles, sometimes frozen in midair. It looks silly, but the meaning behind it is pure gold. Dogs who sleep like this feel safe, silly, and completely at home. They trust that no threat is coming, no sudden noise will startle them, no reason to guard their soft spots. It's also practical. Those hairless belly patches help them stay cool when they stretch out and let the air flow over their skin. Some owners call this the ultimate dog nap. It's when your dog is so relaxed, it doesn't even care how ridiculous it looks. If you see this pose often, you're doing something right. You've created a place where your dog feels free to look a little foolish, because it knows you'll love it all the same. So the next time you see 4 paws sticking straight up, don't resist the urge to snap a photo. Just maybe hold back from flipping your buddy over. Let the goofy nap continue in peace. Now, if you spot your dog resting with its front paws straight out and back legs tucked under its belly, you're seeing the Sphinx in action. It's a pose that looks noble, like a guardian statue at the gates of an ancient temple. Dogs who rest this way are usually not fully asleep. They're half dozing, half listening. One ear might twitch, a tail might flick. They're ready to spring up if you call, or if they hear something unfamiliar outside the door. This position is most common when dogs nap in places they don't fully trust yet, like a new house or when visitors come by. It's a halfway point between sleep and standing guard. Sometimes they'll relax into a side sleeper once they're sure there's no danger. If your dog does this often, it doesn't mean it's scared. It means it's loyal. It wants to be ready, just in case you need it. So maybe next time, drop a hand down and give a calm scratch on the head. Let it know you're standing guard too. Finally, we reach one of the sweetest signs that your dog wants a little extra love: the burrower. If your dog crawls under blankets, snuggles into pillows, or insists on pushing its nose into the softest corner of your bed, you have a burrower on your hands. Dogs burrow for warmth, yes, but more than that, they burrow for comfort. It's an instinct that goes back to life in dens. A small, cozy space feels safe. The weight of a blanket or a pillow can soothe anxiety and help a nervous pup drift off faster. Many owners share that their dogs can't sleep unless they're half covered by something soft. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and it's nothing to worry about. In fact, it's a chance to make bedtime even more peaceful. A soft blanket, a special corner on the couch, a gentle rub on the back before lights out. It all says, you're safe here. So next time your dog digs its way under your comforter, don't tug it out too quickly. Let it build that tiny nest, because in that moment, your dog is telling you it trusts you enough to let its guard down completely. So now you know, each sleepy pose is a quiet message, a peek into a loyal heart that says more than words ever could. Now that you know what each pose can mean, you might wonder, why doesn't your dog just pick one and stick with it? Why do they curl up like a snowball in the evening, then flip onto their back in the middle of the night, and wake up stretched out like Superman by morning? The truth is, dogs move in their sleep for the same reasons we do. Sometimes they're chasing dreams, just like we toss and turn when our mind drifts through stories in the dark. Sometimes they're adjusting to stay comfortable, finding a cooler spot on a warm night, tucking closer for warmth when the air gets chilly. But there's something deeper, too. Dogs are always balancing comfort with instinct. When they feel completely at ease, they'll sprawl wide open or roll belly up. When they sense a new sound, a passing car, or a distant bark, they might tuck in tighter or shift into that watchful sphinx pose, ready, just in case. Experts say healthy dogs change positions throughout the night. It's not just normal, it's a good sign. It means your dog feels safe enough to relax, but still alert enough to guard their little world if needed. And if you watch closely, you'll see your dog's sleeping habits change with age, the seasons, or even your own mood. A nervous day for you might mean your dog sleeps closer, curled tight beside your feet. So next time you catch your pup twisting, flopping, or scooting into a new pose, smile. Every shift is another quiet promise. I trust you, but I've still got your back. You've probably felt it before. Your dog is curled up tight, or flat on its side, or tucked deep under your blanket, and all you want to do is scoop it up and hold it close. It's a pure feeling. Who wouldn't want to hug that soft ball of fur? But here's something many loving owners don't know. Sometimes, the best way to show love is to hold back. Dogs don't always understand hugs the way we do. A sudden squeeze when they're dozing off can feel like a trap, especially if they're curled tight to feel safe. That's why you might see a flinch or hear a gentle growl when you lean in too close while they're deep in sleep. So instead of lifting your dog when it's curled like a snowball, try this. Lay a soft blanket near its back. Instead of wrapping your arms tight around its belly-up pose, place your hand gently on its side and feel it breathe. Let your dog know you're there without pulling it from its dreams. And if you have a burrower who needs to be tucked in under pillows and sheets, help build that cozy cave. A warm, quiet spot. Your calm voice. A soft scratch behind the ears. That's the language your dog understands best. Loving your dog isn't about doing what feels good to you. It's about giving what feels safe to them. And when you do that, you don't just guard their sleep. You become the reason they sleep so soundly in the first place. Now you know the secret language hidden in your dog's sleep. Maybe tonight, when you see that little belly rise and fall, or a paw twitch in the dark, you'll smile a bit wider because you'll understand what those quiet moments really mean. So, here's a question for you. What's the funniest, sweetest, or downright strangest sleeping pose your dog has ever pulled off? Did you ever catch your pup half on the couch, half on the floor, sound asleep like nothing could wake it up? If so, we'd love to hear about it. Share your story in the comments below. Tell us about the snowballs, the pancakes, the dead cockroaches sprawled across your living room. When you share, you remind all of us how special these loyal friends really are. And if this little journey into your dog's dreaming world made you smile, why not pass it on? Click that like button, share this video with someone who loves their dog as much as you do, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss another reason to celebrate your best friend. Your dog trusts you with its sleep. Thank you for trusting us to help you understand it just a little better.